Go. Hello, Gwen.
Hi, Annie. How are you?
Good evening. Lovely to see you. It's been a fabulous sunny day.
I was just about to say, if you're enjoying the sunshine today.
Yeah. Nice upbeat energy today. Feeling the impact of the new moon, of course.
Yes.
So here we are to do our little prediction for the next couple of weeks, see what's going to happen. And I think I'm first off, aren't I?
You are, yes.
I've remembered, Gwen. It's only how many of these have we done? And I've remembered. Today I've got 2 packs of cards, and I just wanted to show you. They're both by John Holland. I love his psychic tarot cards. They were one of the first sets I actually got. And then I did a psychic tarot of the heart set. So I'm going to use these today because they just feel like they just feel like the right energy. So
exactly.
Sorry, I've not been in the totally wide awake club, but I have been a little bit, energy wise. On Friday, as the new moon popped in, I distinctly felt off planet.
Oh yeah.
And
but it was a lovely feeling, wasn't it? It wasn't
it
wasn't a negative wobble. It was a real positive wobble.
It was a really, really nice energy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I just did feel like we were getting a lovely lift from the new moon. Obviously, it's always about new beginnings, but it's sort of it feels like there's an easing of all the tension and stress that there's been. So that's really positive. So let's just have a look. I felt like I needed to have 6 cards, 3 out of each pack. Okay, so where we've been is in conflict and defeat.
Absolutely. Yes.
Especially in our minds. This card, for me, often talks about the mental impact of life.
Mm-hmm.
And the figure is sort of going down the stairs, holding on, feeling like there is no future. There's a tiny little candle right at the bottom.
Oh yes.
There is hope. But
Yes.
it's like everybody's running around, the fiery energy, and for me, this card is really about change energy.
Yes.
But we have to get our heads around the change, as well as grappling with the emotional impact of change. We have to change our way of thinking about things. And I know we've been through quite a path this year of thinking about change. It's interesting, this is card number 5, and we're in May. So I feel like we've still got some thinking to do. But what the new moon energy feels like it's doing is bringing us clarity, bringing us an inspired way of thinking, moving us out of kind of that mental anguish or that mental conflict, moving us out of the worry.
Yeah.
Now, the heavens are busy doing interesting things, and I know our lovely friend Penny is doing a live broadcast as we are doing.
Yes, yes, I saw
that. But I feel like we're being asked to kind of pay attention to the way in which we cast our thoughts into worry about change or fear of change, not embracing it and not seeing it as a necessity or a natural part of life. So underpinning that is the heart card, Healing Begins.
Yes.
And this is card number 6. It's the doubling up of creative energy. She's got this beautiful, beautiful green orb in front of her heart and in front of her feet. She's ready to draw back the curtains. That's what I think with this card. And actually move forward in a new way. And I do feel like this next couple of weeks, what we'll be getting is inspiration to help us heal these destructive thought patterns, to help us to recognize that we can't continue to worry. And in fact, when we worry, all that we're doing is creating more emphasis on the change, when actually things will bounce back. Things will come back into balance if we give them chance to. So some healing coming through, a lot of healing. And I love this card. I always adore getting this. This is another number 5 card.
Yes, wisdom.
Wisdom. It's when we're right in the middle of change. 5 is often, for me, the card that represents most leaving the past behind and turning to look at the future. We're not quite walking into the future yet, but we're turning towards the future. And what this chap's looking at, and he's got a lovely dog there, loyalty throughout, is the home and the family. He's got his knowledge, which is what the book is, but knowledge isn't any good if it's not got wisdom alongside it. So one of the things for me that this new moon is bringing is that inner wisdom. We can have all the knowledge in the world, we can have all the logic and head stuff, but if we don't plug into the wisdom which is in the heart, then we don't go in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I feel that what we've got to pay attention to in the next couple of weeks is what our heart is telling us. Seeing change as part of the process of getting more in touch, more deeply in touch with what's in the heart, and then taking steps to go towards that. And that might mean setting aside what we think we already know to trust what we feel our wisdom is. And that's quite an interesting shift. And because there's a dog on this, I would also say we're asked to be loyal to ourselves, loyal to the wisdom we contain within, because it's been hard won. And our settled future, if you like, is achieved through our heart's wisdom. So lovely card to have to remind us to trust the wisdom. And underpinning that is the card of new vitality.
Oh, the rainbow.
He's bringing in his beautiful rainbow of chakra energies. We're being given, and it's the number 1, and that's new beginnings. New beginnings. So whatever's going on in the heavens around this new moon, what I want to say is we've got a new sense of energy, a new refreshing blast of let's get going, and that we've got the opportunity to boost ourselves using our knowledge of our chakras and what they represent in our lives to really bring in the energy into balance, to balance the life force with our sense of self and sense of others, with the amount of love and heart healing that we've got available, with the way we can speak our truth and see clearly. All of this being revitalized. And for anybody who's intuitive, what I would say is this is a really strong 2 weeks. A really strong 2 weeks. The energy, and we've already mentioned the energy on Friday as the new moon kicked in, was taking me and you off the planet. It's such a big blast of powerful energy, and it's about using that, about recognizing, yes, I've got new energy for my projects, for my goals, for my life, and really immersing ourselves in what we want to achieve now. I think sometimes when we're focused on our goals, we forget that we've got to take the steps now to get us to our goals. So it's a lovely card to tell us, here comes a blast of positive energy, get on with it. And to back it up, there's the moving on.
Moving on. Wow, wonderful.
That's again a 6 card. It's the card that follows conflict and defeat. So it's about in your head moving on.
Definitely.
Letting those old patterns go, letting the thoughts that you've been hounded by or stressed by, letting them go, recognizing they've no place now. Moving forward, those old patterns aren't going to help and they're not going to be useful to you. And it's like, I love this card because of the burst of light that he's moving into.
Yes.
Moving out of the shadow and into the light. And it's that sense of freeing ourselves up, freeing our energy to kind of go, yeah, I'm here, I'm doing it. And it's kind of like at the season of summer, the best time of growth and expansion and warmth and connection is coming. So yeah, let's grab it. Let's get rid of the stuff that blocks us and sabotages us, especially what we think about the world.
Yeah.
Because if we think it's hard, it will be hard.
Yes.
If we think it's good, it will be good. So moving on is exactly what we need. And here we have dreams come.
There you go.
It's a 9 card, so it's an ending. I think it's amazing with the beautiful cross that's happening in the sky. You know, that we've got the hands holding this sort of whirlpool of energy, but it's universal energy. The universe is sending it in. We just have to be, because that's receiving as well. And it's quite funny. Today I've been going around, my right hand's been itching and I've been going, oh, right, I'm open to receive. Thank you, universe. Whatever I'm ready for, whatever I'm requiring desire, I'm open to receive. And this is this card. This is how we get our dreams, when we're ready to receive them, when we've stopped hanging on to the self-destructive or self-sabotage thoughts, when we've recognized we need the change. Whatever is coming in is going to be a wonderful change for us. It will shift us, it will move us where we need to go, and it will give us so much joy and pleasure if we go with the flow, so to speak. So I really like those cards, especially the dreams coming true one, because I'm ready.
Yeah, me too.
What I will say is, over the next couple of weeks, when the dreams coming true card comes in, you may find that all things pop up just to give you a choice. Do you want to go in the old pattern or do you want to go in a new pattern? And so it's kind of really important to keep a good control of mind and heart, that you are not leaping into an old pattern, going back down old roads where you don't want to go. So I feel, yeah, that's what I think.
I've really got an earworm. I've had it since that card that you pulled, where she's drawing back the curtains.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of the song from Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
pull back the curtain to see for certain what you thought you knew.
Yes.
And that is all about. It's the dream song, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. Yeah.
And that was really resonating with those cards.
Yeah,
Really
yeah. Oh, yes.
tingly with that. So
I've gone tingly.
I think I might actually look at all the words to that song again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've gone really tingly now.
Yeah.
Definitely makes sense with that. And that's the Healing Begins card.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fabulous. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, right. So today, mainly because of that we're in this lovely new moon energy, it being the 3rd one in the spring, so automatically my Nature's Whispers cards came out, but also the angels and ancestors came out as well.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting to see why they came out, because again it is old patterns again. We've got to look at old patterns, haven't we, to move forward. So I'm going to draw 6. Here we go. And then I just shuffle these. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there wasn't a, I thought there was a 7th, but there isn't. Right, okay. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, whilst I'm really feeling that I'm in this energy of the new moon, and knowing that this new moon is all about, as we always say, new beginnings and things like that. I'm really feeling that I need to focus on where I'm at now, and what I think you said it. I'm not sure you did. You know, what's worked before, what isn't working. Just move forward with the flow. And the very first card I've got up is Sky Father.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And there's that, similar to your cards, a very wise man. And of course, we've got the eagle in flight as well there. And that is about, it says trust in the unknown. And I think that's what we're going to be having to do is trust rather than try and plan too much. Just trust your intuition.
Yeah.
You know, because it could be taking you on a path. I think we talked about paths last time. It could be taking you on a path that you're not sure of, but it will be the right path. And again, I think there's a lot of wisdom in this card, and of the eagle itself. For me, always represents power. So it is like, you know, be in your power. And it's, you know, when it says the trust bit, it's I'm getting this feeling of look at yourself first. The trust will come, and you know, it's about self-worth and self-value, you know. And I do feel, you know, if you don't value yourself, you don't feel you're not worthy, but vice versa. If you do feel if you do value yourself, you will feel worthy. And that's what's really coming through there. And it's that trust. I think you said in yourself. The next one is the Shield Maiden. So again, I think this is about thinking about things now, on what you're going to do. So it's about focus. She's got her sword and she's got her shield. I don't think that's for protection. I think she's ready for action.
Right.
That's what I've got from there. And she's got the crescent moon around her neck. So again, this is the time to do it, to make plans and focus, you know. But again, go with the unknown as well. You know, your strict plans do not have to be as they are. It's about focusing on your intuition. She's got war paint on, but it's very soft colors, very muted colors. So I think that's the warrior within rather than the warrior outwardly. And so there is more on that card, but I'm not feeling it at the moment. Right, and then we got the peacekeeper. And there she is. Yeah. She's got her, that way, Gwen. She's got her buffalo in the background, and she just feels really focused. She's holding out her healing hands. She's ready to receive. She's ready to give. And with that, it is, I think it's like you were saying, it's letting go. Letting go. Things need to be right, you know. So I'm repeating a lot, but what you've had in the past is not necessarily what you need now. It's about moving yourself forward. She's got her tomahawk in her hand, so again, she's ready for action, but it's not held up threateningly like the sword. It's just held in her hand. Yeah, it's there to remind you to be the warrior within, you know. And it's, I think I'm going back to that self-value. Stop fighting with yourself. If you feel you're battling yourself, there's no point. You just need to move forward graciously. And then we got And maybe to do this, this card's come up before quite recently. And
Uh-huh.
this is about making decisions.
Right.
And it's about, right, she's looking back
Mm.
into her wings. Again, I think that's the past. It's bright,
Mm.
and things did work. They're
Mm.
not necessarily working for her now. And
Mm.
she's moving forward here. And
Yeah.
in there's life, there's animals, there's butterflies, there's
Mm.
flowers. Everything is blossoming,
Mm.
everything is growing, but everything seems really calm too. And there is this waterfall flowing in her background, but the roots of her hair, and they are like roots of her hair, are going into that water. So it
Right.
is about feel grounded in nature for certain,
Mm.
but just let it flow.
Mm.
Don't try too hard. There's a real message here about trying too hard.
Mm.
And and again, although this is the Nature's Whispers cards, in the back of her wings there
Mm.
are the ancient symbols. So it is the old. So there
Right.
are good things that have happened in the old,
Uh-huh.
things to take forward, or things to remember, not
Yeah.
necessarily to take forward.
Mm-hmm.
Lessons learned. Lessons learned I've got there. So make that decision and take that leap. These cards are definitely all in the here and now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about this fortnight rather than anything long term.
Mm.
And here we have a lovely girl hanging onto her branch. She's got the butterflies.
Yeah.
She's got lots of transformation there.
Yeah.
And she's got at the top the acorns, which again, the wise old oak, the
Mm.
wisdom again.
Mm.
And yeah, she's got some acorns down here as well.
Right.
And this is about catching your breath.
Mm.
The card says catch your breath. And I think that means it's that pause for thought. You've
Right.
really got to think
Mm.
about yourself.
Mm.
She's very childlike. So again, it's nurturing that inner child. Going that
Mm-hmm.
way. Nurturing that inner child. I've got my phone around the wrong way and the camera's in a different place. Yeah. And she's spreading her own wings as well. And
Mm.
within those wings, there is there's the emotion, but
Mm.
there's also the rainbows and the beautiful, beautiful butterflies. So again, that transformation that is going to be happening for people.
Mm.
Here we have a lovely maiden here.
Oh, we've got more bird.
Yeah.
Well, lilies, I
And
think, as well.
in the dove, there's a
Yeah.
journey. In the dove, there is a journey with the
Uh-huh.
light at the end. And this is all about love matters.
Mm.
And she is actually holding on to her heart as well. So love matters. There's a beautiful bird. This bird is perched on her hand. But in this picture, there is a very small boat. Oops,
Right.
there we go. Very small boat just there.
Right.
But that's what she has to step into to take her journey. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to take something very small to
Mm.
get you on that big journey ahead.
Mm.
And I've just noticed at the bottom that so it goes from a small rowing boat to a big sailing boat.
Ah, right. Yes.
So the journey will continue,
Mm.
bigger and better. I'm getting as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's self-love, self-worth.
Mm.
Love matters. I don't think it's. I mean, it's wonderful to love others, but if you don't love yourself, how can you do that?
Yeah.
So it's about self-worth and self-love.
Yeah.
And she's got beautiful lilies in her hair, and I love lilies. I love
Mm-hmm.
lilies. Beautiful perfume.
Mm.
Okay, I think that's it. So yeah, these cards very much are not really doing what my cards usually do in what's happened, what's now, and what's coming up. This is all about what needs to happen
Mm-hmm.
now. These
Mm-hmm.
are all the now cards. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the trust, focus, let go of what you don't need, make that decision
Mm.
to move yourself forward, love yourself,
Mm.
value yourself,
Yeah.
and love yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you embrace your own inner wisdom, don't you?
Well, wisdom's come out in nearly all the cards, haven't they?
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so that inner wisdom is because everybody has it in them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has the knowledge.
Mm.
You know, it's there intuitively, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's about tapping into your intuition,
Mm-hmm.
and nurturing yourself, and nurturing your intuition.
Yeah,
Definitely.
sure.
Oh, that's
Definitely.
lovely.
So nice cards.
They were really nice cards. My
Yeah.
spread was very different than before. Definitely.
Yeah.
So that's telling
like,
me something.
sounds like we're going to have a good 2 weeks.
Yes.
Maybe as well on a global level, we'll start to get some inspirations about how to deal with the issues, and put aside the knowledge and start looking at the heart wisdom.
Yeah, and making decisions,
Nice.
making heartfelt decisions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, well, it's been lovely, Gwen.
It's been
Lovely,
super.
as always.
Yes,
And we're going to be back for the full moon, aren't we?
we are. Yes, we are. And that's an
Yes.
interesting one.
Yes,
I've already sort of done a bit of research on that, and it's a very interesting one next time. The strawberry moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Your favourites.
exactly. I can't get enough strawberries at the moment. So, so I think you're prepping me for the strawberry moon.
Don't wear a red top, will you, Annie?
Oh no. But it's quite funny. Somebody's just given me some strawberry plants as well, Gwen.
Oh, lovely.
So
There
I
you
need
go.
to get those out in the garden, and hopefully I'll have homegrown strawberries. Who knows?
Oh, wonderful. Oh, thank you, Annie.
Oh,
It's been great.
thank
Yes.
you, Gwen. Yeah.
Okay.
See you soon.
Bye.
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 Bye.